Hello everyone. So we are here now to check whether I can use the new Taranis QX7 that I got to replace my PlySky. Okay, so I've been using the PlySky for so long. I've been using it for 3 years already. So now let's see whether I can still use my PlySky receiver using the Taranis. Okay, so here's my PlySky. This one is I've been using this one for 3 years. So it's an i6X, PlySky i6X. Okay, so I have a lot of drone that I created myself, and I think most of it's actually running in the PlySky. So I have some mod on this one. I just put an external battery for that one. So I have two 18650 rechargeable one, and this one is better, so I don't lose battery at all. Okay, so this one is in series. The PlySky can accept a voltage more than 7.2 volts. Okay, so this is it. It's nice having this one. This is the cheapest transmitter that I got. Yeah, for the new beginner, this one is better. Yeah, because it's just nice, But now, for the last day, I actually bumped into one of the carousel selling his QX7 Taranis, and it's actually cheap also. So this one, he got some modification on the gimbals. It's a Taranis QX7, sorry. So it has a whole gimbal. Two of them actually he replaced. So this one have how many switches all in all? So it got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So six switches that you can actually use compared to my 4 switches only. So this one, you can use the 2S battery. So I have a lot of 2S batteries that I can use, so that's good about it. And this is what I actually like about this one. There is a module that you can actually plug into. So what is this module that we can use for this one? You can use connect an external RF. So you have an internal RF which is running in PlySky, and this one is actually you can put another RF other than the PlySky. Okay, so let's see. Let's join me in my journey to connect my PlySky receiver using the Taranis QX7. Alright, so what is that magic module that you can use so that you can still control your PlySky receiver? Okay, so here I have a maker file already. A while ago I just do some testing. So originally it's actually connected to my PlySky, but I able to connect it into my new QX7 Taranis. So this is my maker file. So this one have a built-in no, it doesn't have any built-in DSM. So I put some small PlySky receiver into it. It is running in IBAS. Okay, so it has a small camera. So, and that's the antenna of the external receiver that maker file have. And this one I have a Emax Tiny Hawk running in PlySky receiver. So this one I have a complete bundle of this one. I have a goggles and I have a Emax controller, but then I decided to connect it to my QX7. So now let's see whether I can connect this one to my Taranis. And then I have this particular module. This is a very nice module that you can actually plug in into your Taranis. So what's the function of this one? This one is a multi-protocol. It means you can connect your Taranis in any type of receiver out there. So there is how many? 16. Yeah, 16 plus another 16, because you have I think 31 protocols that this one is actually supporting. So this is the one that I will be using to connect my Taranis QX7 to my drones which have FlySky receiver. Okay, so because I have a lot really of FlySky receiver. So this is actually the table. As you can see, the table have how many? 31 multi-protocol that it actually supporting. You can see there is a serial, FlySky, Hubsan, FreeSky D, FreeSky X, DSM2, DSM-X, Debo. Yeah, a lot of receiver that you can actually connect. Okay, so you notice there is a green light module column which is off. It means if it is off, these are the things that it can control. It's actually up to 31. Alright, so this one is AFHD2A. That's actually one type of FlySky. Alright, so see, 31. So one table is actually 31. Alright, so we'll try to do some programming on how we will do such thing. So let's now put this one. So the LED on the left side is actually red, and the one in the right side is actually green. Okay, so if it is green, then you can control the table from 16 to 31. If it is only red, then you can control the list of in the table from 0 to 16 or 1 to 16. Okay, so this one is actually a PPM type by default. So this iRange is a PPM protocol that you can actually connect to your Taranis. So let's see again the table. So see, so my target is actually to connect it to FlySky. So that one is the green. If it is on, so from that point it's on up to, so that's from 16 to 31. It means you can control or you can connect it through these particular types of protocol. Alright, so now let's see. So this one is actually FlySky. If you notice the one on top, it's actually AFHD2A. So that's actually the protocol of the FlySky. Okay, I'm gonna miss this transmitter, but Taran is really good. It's much more accurate and stable. So let's turn it off. Let's see whether yeah, and then after turning it off, we can actually put the module at the back. So this is the module. That's the reason why I actually purchased this one. Since I have a lot of FlySky receiver and I have a lot of drones running in the FlySky, I need something that actually can control it without wasting those receivers. Okay, so you can see the pins there are 1 2 3 4 5 pins. The other one is actually 5 pins. So we'll just plug it in straight away. That's it. Make sure it's fit in to it and it's locked. Now we're talking. let's see whether really this one is actually capable of flying a FlySky or connecting to FlySky receiver. So let's open that one without any modification. You try to create a new profile. So let's make it 8. Alright, I'm new on this FlySky Taranis, so bear on me. This is my first time that I use this one. So we go to multi-type of drone. So on this part, I never know that you need to assign each of the channel for throttle, yaw, pitch, and roll. So I'm assigning 1 to 4 for this type. Yeah, bear in me. It's actually it's my first time. So if you see me pressing things, means I'm trying to see whether that this actually it will go to the next one. So this one is roll. Oh yeah, it can go to the roll. So let's see. Let's change the channel for the roll. We'll make it 2. Okay, enter. Again, how do I go to the next one? All right. Let's see. Not a page. Oh, that's a pitch already. So channel 3 for the pitch. For the yaw is channel 4. All right, that's it. So you press the enter for longer time. Now we go to the page. You press the page. Yeah, that's what I know. Press the page so that you can actually configure the profile. So here, since we are using an external RF, so we go to the internal RF and we turn it off because we don't need the internal RF to control our quad. So you turn it off and then you go to the external RF. Since we actually connected a module iRange IRX4 Plus into the module, so we need to make the communicate with this Taranis. So by default you can use the PPM or you can use a serial, but by default I'll just use the PPM for this matter. Okay, now I able to connect. See here, because a while ago I actually make some I played with this one. So I have already a red and green light at the back of the module. It means I can use the protocols from 16 to 31 from the table that I actually showed to you. Okay, so that's red and the other one is green. Alright, so you press this, you turn it off. If you want to make it red only, you have to turn it off, and then while turning it on you need to press the bind button. For if you press the bind button, then what will happen is that the green one will becomes red only. It means you can use the table from 0 to 15. So that is the way it actually works. Why you need that one? So once you have that one, then you can choose from the table what particular list of the table that you will be using. You see that the knob have 0 to F, so you just need to rotate it on a proper place. Alright, so once it is there, then here I actually put it on the number 2, and the green must be, the LED green must be on, so that I can choose that a PWM IBAS from the table. Since this MakerFire I have a external RF inside external receiver, so I need to press that one. I need to put it on the number 2. See, you can see that I did not put some mark, but you can see that it's actually pointing to 2, while the green and the red are actually light on. So how do you bind this thing? How do you bind the FlySky with this one? So while turning it on, you need to press the bind button. But before doing that one, make sure that you already press the bind button on the Makerfire or on the receiver itself. Okay, so that it actually binds to each other. All right, those procedures I already done a while ago. So that's why you can see I already have a Makerfire profile from the list of profile that I have. See, I have model 7, which actually a see, the 7 is a Makerfire. So select. All right, so that one is that one. All right,
go down inside.
Okay, you see the hands? That's my son's hand trying to touch my drone. So let's see whether it's actually connected. Let's see whether it actually controls this Makerfire with a FlySky receiver. So when I actually bought this one, it has a FreeSky receiver, but at that time I don't have any FreeSky controller. So I have to take it out and put a FlySky, since I don't own a Taranis that time. So let's see, let's connect this one. So let's connecting. So I'm using a Betaflight through browser. So I have a Chrome. Connect. Yes, it can connect. And then let's see, we go to the we go to modes or receiver to see whether it's actually connected. Receiver. Oh, it's still not connected. You know why? Because if you connect an external receiver on the Makerfire, you need to connect the battery, because the USB cannot handle the power. So you need to connect the battery, the 1S battery on the Makerfire, so that it will communicate with the controller. So now I'll put some external battery, a battery for the 1S battery for the Makerfire. Okay, hold on. Yeah, there you are. You can see right away when it turned on, it actually communicate with the Taranis QX7 with IRX4 Plus. See, look at that, so nice. It's so smooth. See, there's a switch, there's another switch, auxiliary switch, switch 2 and 3. So now it's actually working. See, if you look at the configuration, notice in the configuration of this Makerfire, it is actually iBus. Yeah, that's what I keep telling. This Makerfire have its own FlySky. I actually connect a FlySky receiver on it. So that's why the receiver is serial and it's iBus. Only FlySky have an iBus protocol. No other receiver using the iBus. Only FlySky. So it means that the Makerfire itself have a FlySky receiver. Okay, and see, it works. Now I'm happy. I can dispose my FlySky, or I can sell that one. Why not? Since I can control all my drones with this Taranis QX7 with IRX4 Plus. See how good it is? It's nice to have such thing, no? So you can actually dispose the toy type of receiver, transmitter, but it's nice, right, guys? It's not a toy. It's just cheap. Not cheap as in cheap. The cost is cheap, but the quality of the FlySky is still good. But since I already got a FreeSky, a Taranis QX7, this one is really much better. You know, the feel is actually totally different. You can feel the it's actually communicates smoothly with your controller, unlike the other one. Really, it's very hard for me to control, but I managed to do it anyway. But then again, I have a QX7 right now, so I'll stick into it. Try to bind all my quads. Actually, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I have 6 quads with FlySky receiver. Okay, maybe next time I'll just sell the FlySky receiver. Why not? And then replace it with the FreeSky receiver with the so that it can communicate with the current status, whether the range or the communication signal is good, the battery is actually good. So that's it, guys. Thank you very much. Hope you like this video, and hope I teach you something out of this world. Although I know some of the YouTuber are already discussing this thing, but this is the first time that I actually really use that IRX 4 Plus, because what I actually thinking is use that one to my FlySky instead of me buying a Taranis QX7, so I can control my FreeSky. But then again, I think since I bump into this Taranis, which is very, very cheap, then I actually grab it, and the good thing is that there is really module on the Taranis QX7 for this IRX4 Plus. Okay, see, test on. Wow, it's working, man. My FlySky receiver can be controlled by Taranis IRX4 Plus. No, it's Taranis QX7 with IRX4 Plus module. Alright. See that gimbal? That's the reason why I also purchased this one, because the one who actually selling this one, he sell it for very, very cheap price, because the gimbal itself is around $35 already, but he replaces 2, so very cheap. What do you want me to do? I need to grab that opportunity, and it's really, oh my god. Goodbye, i6X. I will really miss you, but I can just convert you into cash. That's it. No, you cannot actually control it anymore. Since what? Since the receiver is bind already on the other controller, so now it's no use for me to control it. Alright, guys, so hope you like this this tutorial, or something, whatever you can call it. Just subscribe, like, share. If you subscribe, I will be very much happy, because I can continue to doing this kind of thing. I love doing this thing. I love teaching people. I love teaching guys. I'm not that expert in flying quad, but I can assure you, I really like flying. Although flying doesn't like me at all. Okay, guys, thank you very much. Hope you really like it. Next, I will try to demonstrate from start to beginning on how to bind my IRX4 Plus to my other quads, or even replacing the FlySky with a FreeSky, because I still have a FreeSky. Remember that small maker fire? I removed the FreeSky and set it aside. Now I will be using that one. Okay, alright guys, thank you, bye bye.